Welcome to Mice Talk with Liberty, your gateway to the world of global meetings, incentives, conferences, and events. Each episode, we spotlight a new destination, decode industry trends, and speak with the leaders shaping the future of mice travel. In today's episode, we're heading to a destination where nature meets innovation, the green heart of Europe, Slovenia. From alpine peaks and crystal-clear lakes to Mediterranean charm and unmatched sustainability, Slovenia is more than just beautiful. It's built for mice. Leading the conversation is your host, Maximilian, and he's joined by three voices who know this destination inside and out. Mario Enzesberger, founder and CEO of Liberty International Tourism Group, Bostjan Horjak, CEO of Liberty Slovenia, and Fredi Fontanot, Director of the Slovenian Convention Bureau. Let's dive into what makes Slovenia one of Europe's most inspiring mice destinations.
So, hello Bostjan, hello Mario.
Hello Max.
What is a positive coincidence? We had the Liberty annual meeting in Slovenia a few weeks ago. So we were just there with the whole Liberty group, and therefore we know what's going on. It was just a fantastic experience and get together. But to start with, Fredi, if somebody has never been to Slovenia yet, how would you describe it? What do you think makes Slovenia so special?
Oh yeah, it's always a nice question about that. So to describe Slovenia, it's first of all, I would say unique, it's special. I always start with the natural diversity of Slovenia, because it has like 4 different geographically speaking words in Slovenia on so small tiny space. You can find Alps, you can find the Mediterranean part, you can find the Pannonian plain, and you can go inside the karst caves in Slovenia. So first of all is that, and that means that you can really experience different kind of worlds in Slovenia with different kind of activities, of course. Then not just the nature, even the cities are very charming. So Ljubljana is known as a very nice capital. Then of course some other cities as Maribor, Piran are very, very nice and great to explore, I would say. Then, of course, for us who loves eating well, so the gastronomy, it's the important part, of course. So we did a great job in gastronomy. We use very local ingredients and so we have this incredible mix of, I would say, alpine cuisine from one side and Mediterranean seafood cuisine on the other side, and mixed with the Balkan influences. So it's a very nice mix even in that. And we must underline that we are very focused in sustainability. So we really think sustainable. We want to be green. We want to do it as much natural as we can. So so I would say, and in short, I would say that it's a very compact size and it's perfect for the slow travel. That means that you don't need to rush, because everything is very close, and you just have to relax and to enjoy all the beauties of Slovenia. So
very true.
That's why it's a special pearl.
Yes. I think it's a very interesting mix between Austria and Italy. It's my small description, because the city center of Ljubljana is just fantastic, with the river going through. This is this Italian flair you feel. But then yes, you just drive a little bit outside and you have all the beautiful mountains. There's even a video, right, Bostjan, where you with a suit on the top of the mountain. So
true.
So no, but Mario and Bostjan, would you like to add something?
Well, basically, Fred explained it pretty much well. I can always say that diversity is probably the one that takes the Slovenia out. It's a small, compact country. I mean, only 20,000 square kilometers. You can crisscross it basically in a couple of hours. But it's exactly this mixture of options that country is offering. On one side, basically mountains. On the other side, the Adriatic Sea in between the caves. So literally, sometimes we're joking that You could do the alpine walking and skiing in the morning, and then in the afternoon you could do the sunbathing and swimming in the Adriatic Sea. Yeah, that's what I would say. It's a very nice piece of land.
And when we talk now about the locations, so Bostjan, can you explain a little bit about airports? What is the situation with airport flight connection?
Well, this I would say we are not the best connected. We, particularly all of us who are working in the MICE industry, would wish to have more direct flights. I'm speaking about the direct flights.
Yes.
There are currently, if I'm not mistaken, 26 direct flights that connect Ljubljana. If you compare 60 connections in Tirana, you see that there is a bit of difference. But of course, on the other hand, I can also say that we are not a destination that would be able to attract the large number. I'd rather see Slovenia as a small boutique country that should focus, I would say, on the services and offer services to premium clients. That means those who are ready to spend a little bit higher budgets. And at the same time, of course, this gives additional I would say somehow uniqueness and experience, because nowadays we know we see that clients are maybe sometimes fed of the destinations where you literally cannot move properly because there are so many tourists. I can still say that Slovenia can offer this some kind of tranquility, peacefulness, and enjoyment.
Perfect, wonderful. And since it's a MICE podcast, so if there are MICE clients out there, why would you say that they should do their incentive in Slovenia? Yes, because of the environment, the city. So what is the benefit of doing an incentive in Slovenia compared to other countries? What is your feeling? What is the advantage?
I would say basically what we already mentioned a couple of times during this talk today, the proximity. So we all know that incentive clients are quite limited with the time. In most cases, European clients would not come for a longer period than basically 3 nights, let's say 4 days. And if you have a chance to explore the country and different parts of the country, and have completely different experience in terms of, I would say, culture experience, in terms of outdoor experience, food and beverage experience. In this short time, this is definitely, I would call it a huge advantage and a unique selling point of the country. Second thing, Fredi already mentioned our cuisine. I'm sure Mario will add something to this, to our cuisine, as he's a frequent visitor in Slovenia. So our cuisine is very good. That brings together the authenticity in terms of, I would say, local ingredients, fresh ingredients, all I would say, basically from the farm to the table concept. And at the same time, our chefs are able and happy to prepare meals that are elevating all those ingredients into the top level experience. And not to forget, of course, very important, our wines. Yes, our wines also. Very often, whenever we travel around, whenever we basically present Slovenia and Slovenian cuisine, everybody is saying, wow, we don't know anything about the Slovenian wines. And my answer is always, yes, you know why? Because we drink everything ourselves. We are only sharing our wines with those who are coming, who are visiting us. And we have extremely, I would say, large amount of wine producers. On the other hand, making us very small boutique quantities.
Perfect, thank you. So, Mario, something you would like to add?
What I would like to add, Slovenia, love is in the name. I mean, it's spoiling your soul, in my opinion. It's touch, feel, see, and smell. It's a fantastic country. End of the day, it's secluded, it's beautiful, it has an outstanding nature, friendly people. It's a safe, very safe country. And if you like to indulge, then it's the ideal country. You have so many sites, different sites in close proximity, like everybody said already, and it's unknown. So a lot of people, as Bostjan rightly said, are not knowing Slovenia. Even if I tell to Austrians or whatever, oh, Slovenia, no, they go to Croatia, they pass by, and the beauty is in Slovenia in a certain way. Croatia as well, no discussion. But the guys have the mountains, the guys have the sea, the guys have beautiful caves, the guys have beautiful cities. And there's this endless nature which I learned through Bostjan, as our families together since 10 years, we are going on holidays together, and we do it very often in the area in Slovenia because it's simply beautiful, and you find so many different things, and also you want to explore producers, little producers, they do it with heart, they produce cheese, they produce olive oil, they produce fish, whatsoever, they grow fish, slow growing fish, whatsoever. It's beautiful, and you're sitting then in a beautiful nature. You have a fantastic food, you have fantastic fresh juices for the ones who like some wine, which maybe also sometimes take a glass is a point. So it's a simple beauty.
Perfect. Very nice. So, Bostjan, if you would do an event, what was the most out-of-the-box experience you created for clients, or something you have in mind and you want to do with clients? Is there something out of the box you can tell us?
I mean, I really like whenever possible to include our jewel Postojna caves because it is a place that cannot be comparable. It's I would say an underground system of caves which is 20 plus kilometers long, and it's incredible how, when I observe always people when they get in, there were already comments that this is probably created artificially, like in many business I would say parks, but no, that's not created artificially. That is what Mother Nature created millions of years ago. And to create an event, I would say passing through the Postojna cave, having a music, then at the end having a cocktail. It's in my opinion really, really nice. Second thing, which we always created a couple of times, would be a dinner on the stage of Ljubljana Opera. Yes, Ljubljana Opera cannot be comparable to, I would say, Paris or whatever. It's a smaller, I would say, opera. But at the same time, when people do not expect anything, for me, the biggest surprise is always to look at the faces of people when there's something outstanding coming up. And for example, having a performance followed by a dinner on the stage was a couple of times what I've seen a really, really huge success. Beside that, I can say several outdoor activities, so it depends on the clients, but you have I would say beautiful rafting in the Socha Valley, which is hardly comparable, I would say. And then again, what was already mentioned, having a nice event in the middle of the nature. Today, people are fed up of the cities, of the hustle and bustle. So when you come into the tranquility and you have a beautiful setup in the middle of the nature with a great cuisine, I would say these are always the wow effects that people appreciate.
So is it true, right? The best female cook comes from Slovenia, right?
Right. That was Anna Roš, which was I would say one of the best female chefs. Now it's already the second one coming from South America, if I'm not mistaken. So, but definitely yes, Anna Roš.
But she was chef of the century. Decade. Chef of the decade.
She was basically, to my knowledge, the first best female chef of the world. And yes,
that's right. Yes,
and actually, I think that she literally brought the knowledge of Slovenia's perfect cuisine to the high level, definitely, you know. So yeah.
Super. Very interesting. Fredi,
now we have more than 10, at least. So we have 10 Michelin restaurants all around Slovenia, and with Michelin stars. And Ana Roš restaurant is 3 Michelin stars, so it's a very special restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
That's very positive. Thank you. Yeah, extremely. This is something people don't know, and this is really outstanding. Yeah. So Fredi, when international planners think of Europe, yeah. So why should they come to Ljubljana? Yeah. Why should they? I mean, you are for sure in touch with other convention bureaus. So when you hear and talk to others, what is kind of the highlight that you say this is what makes Slovenia special for the international planners, especially?
Yes, we are promoting it so quite well, and they slowly know where Slovenia it is and what can you find, what can they found in Slovenia. But the most important things are the location, natural location. It's very good because it's really nestled between Italy, Austria, Hungary, and Croatia. So it's really in the meeting point in Central Europe. So this part is very important. Then of course the sustainability, because we are really walk what we talk, and we are really focused on sustainability, and we are like sustainability leaders. Slovenia was the first sustainable country in the world, so nominated the first sustainable country in the world. Then I would say the important part from Slovenia, so it's a mix of things, of course, yeah. And one of the important parts is that great professional support. So we are very good connected with our professionals. The standards are very high in Slovenia. We have this German system, like the 4-star hotels are really 4-star hotels, and the 5 are really a 5-star hotel, so you know what to expect. And there we are, our professional support, it's great. So the clients usually go home very, very satisfied. So the word then spread around. So yeah. And in the last times I see that our creativity and our still flexibility to do some special things, to find special venues, to arrange some specialities for the group or for the client, that's became a very, very important plus for us. So we are still always searching and trying to satisfy our clients and to find the cherry on the top for the whole event. And least, but yeah, at the end, we are very safe. We are one of the safest countries in the world every year, among the 10 safe countries on the world. And we hear from our clients that we are very clean, and living it's very pleasant. So they feel very welcome and very well in Slovenia. And that's in this time, it's very important. So they still feel welcomed. And so we still want tourists, and we are still we love them, and so we are welcoming country. So I would say that are our specialties. So you can find everything. So these kinds are around.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's also one of this. All those reasons you just mentioned. That's why also we had our Liberty annual meeting in Ljubljana in April. So Mario, what was your feedback you received from the other Liberty people? Because we were now the client, yeah, and Bostjan was our DMC. So and Bostjan survived, yeah. So he survived the Liberty gang. But so Mario, what was the feedback from our offices? What did you receive from them?
The feedback was like expected, fantastic, because everybody was really touched from the beauty of the city, touched from the possibilities, and a lot of our clients and sales guys and whatsoever continued, some to Croatia, some Slovenia, some to Albania. And the overall reaction was, oh my God, we didn't know. So some people didn't know, and it's always good, and therefore the global meeting is always perfect. The year before we have been in Nairobi, in Kenya, and also it gave a big boost to the destination from our side as people knew it. But Slovenia offers much more as other cities. So Slovenia is not to be exchanged with another country so easy in Europe. Yeah? So it has its own speciality in a special way, and this was felt by all our attendees, including our clients which were there, and they all loved it.
Perfect. Yeah, and Bostjan, what was your experience? I mean, we had really from people from all around the world. So I think the airports that were used, I think Vienna was used, Ljubljana, of course, Venice was used. So everybody was on time. Transfers were perfect, organized. So at the end, from all around the world. And what was your experience?
Well, I mean, for me, to host Liberty annual meeting is of course a huge responsibility, because you know that you have all your clients, all your colleagues with high expectations, and the pressure is even higher in this way. And I can say that it was an extreme honor for Liberty Adriatic to host the Liberty annual meeting, and it was basically a very strong testament to our destination's capabilities. Everybody could see that exactly what we are talking. The distances are very short. I mean, you basically when you land in Ljubljana at Ljubljana airport, in half an hour, 45 minutes latest, you are already from the touchdown in the downtown city. And beside that, the easiness of moving around is also extremely important. So all in all, I can say that from my perspective, I liked this family touch, which is always, whenever anybody is coming to a Liberty meeting, this is what comes out, what stands out. All our clients that were with us for the first time, our colleagues that were with us for the first time were all mentioning this, that how great it is to join together. And yeah, I can say it was, for me, great experience, and I'm really happy that I was able to organize it. We had a perfect weather, which is not always the case, particularly in the springtime, but we had a fantastic weather, which also helped additionally, to showcase how Ljubljana can be, how Bled can be, and all the area in its best.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a great experience. Everything was perfectly organized. Thank you again, Bostjan. It highly appreciated. And yeah, everybody came home with a high motivation. And next year we are heading to India, so it's another new experience for many. So really looking forward to that. So Fredi, when we talk about the mice industry, and especially now and in the future, do you see some specific trends or shifts that are happening?
Yeah, all around. So we are so trying to search some trends about, but of course the main word is sustainability. But not just, we are even over sustainability. We are now in the impact and legacy. So we want to be not just sustainable, but we want that events brings to the local clients, that left to the local clients a good impact and some legacy around. So it's a nice trend, I would say. Then of course that all the events will be more and more content driven. So they must have some good story, a good things about the event. So we hope that we will be able even to choose some events, that in the position that you can say no for the events which are not on the same track that you want on the location. So we really want them to be more carbon neutral, more so green, more like that. And of course we see the trend of crossover section, so cross-section collaboration. So the industry, our industry, it's really big. It's not just tourism. It brings on spot a lot of different kind of companies, of producers, or whatever. So it's a very amazing, economically even speaking, amazing industry, which we all must know. So it's not just tourism. It's not just that the importance of it. And the trend is, of course, we see it we can see it from our perspective from Slovenia, is this boutique and personalized programs and personalized, that every client's really find something special for them, so that we still are so flexible to prepare the products for the client. So here we are on that boat, and we want to remain too. So yeah, Slovenia wants to remain even boutique. We don't want a mass boutique, mass tourism, but we want great
quality.
I would say, yeah, great, not very big events, because we are not, we don't have space for very big events, but nice middle big events that we can host all over Slovenia, because especially in incentive travels, the whole Slovenia with all the specialities that it has, it's important, it's nice, so it's special. So yeah, that are our focus. We are now working on the strategy for next 5 years. So in half a year, I will have more answers on that. in which direction we will go, because we are now searching for the red line, which will bring us in 2030. So yeah, but. Yeah, those are
then
our
we do another
expectations.
podcast, and then you tell us more about it. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, yeah, more than welcome.
Mario,
maybe we forgot something to mention, which is definitely also a very important point. I mean, the price quality relation in Slovenia is fantastic.
You're right. Yeah,
it's a real excellent point, and it's nowadays you get an enormous high quality for an enormous reasonable price. And I think this is now, especially in the moment where the economy is a little bit, left and right, a little bit shaky. So end of the day, if you plan a nice incentive, you get a good value for the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Mario, for mentioning it. So the value for money, the ratio is really high. So yeah, the clients are very satisfied at the end with all the services, especially with for the money that they paid for them. So yeah, thank you.
So Mario, you're traveling all around the world. You're talking to a lot of clients. So what feeling do you have? What is a future market? Where will future clients come from traveling to Slovenia?
Look, I think I'm a very good ambassador for Slovenia, because I don't only tell stories, I really like it. I mean, this shows my frequent traveling to the area. And I explain, as we discussed now, what is the benefit, and for certain people, it takes a longer time to understand, but all the markets are waking up for these areas and also looking for not so much destinations where you have over-tourism. Over-tourism is a bad word, but exists, and we have to face it. And I just come from Toronto. I was in Canada. Toronto, Canada, the traffic is a nightmare, and everything is busy, everything is loud. So even a beautiful city, but nevertheless, it's something where the people find this kind of peace, but also find this little beautiful Ljubljana. I mean, my home city is Salzburg. Salzburg, Ljubljana, very similar in a certain way. Yeah? And we see interest coming, of course, strongly out of Asia, and Asia is now getting more and more again back to Europe. The same, but also South America is waking up towards, and definitely also India, the Emirates. So a lot of destinations looking into this destination. Sometimes it hinders that the sizes are too big, and it's, as Fredi said, nothing for 2,000-3,000 people. It's a destination for incentives in different sizes. Can also be bigger ones, but to really enjoy the beauty, shouldn't be too big.
Perfect. Yeah. So, Bostjan, what would you say has changed in the last years? Yeah, when you were in touch with clients and when it's about innovation, what is different 5 years ago to nowadays?
Well, I would say this was already also mentioned during this talk. I can really say that people are more and more looking into anything that's connected with the personalized experience. Because, well, even if you think about yourself, whenever you travel around the world, you can stay in a nice hotel, you can see that, the other one, but what you bring out of the destination is your experience you had on the destination. So I can see that those personalized experiences are coming more and more upfront, more and more also in a way that clients would like to not just offer the same services to everybody, to the same group, but potentially offering, I would say, services based on the somehow personalized criteria. And this is what I can say, that we have started to develop a very nice program for the companies on that matter. And second thing I can say is also the sustainability. Until COVID times, nobody was thinking about the sustainability. Clients were maybe ready to plant a tree or two over there, and that was the top of the sustainability. What now I can see that clients are already thinking in a larger scale. They are thinking about the accommodation, they are thinking about the food and beverage, about the transportation. So the aspects of the sustainability being incorporated in the concept of incentives are getting more important.
Perfect. Oh, thank you. Very interesting. So we're coming slowly to our end. Maybe the last topic is Fredi, Bostjan, Mario. What is the one moment you will never forget in your experience related to Slovenia? What was this wow moment you had, which maybe you can tell us?
I don't know who's gonna start.
Maybe you, Bostjan.
No, I'm laughing because I always remember our extensive dinners with Mario. Well, for me.
Yes, the moments when we reached the stage that I couldn't eat anymore because there was no more space. And the moments when then all the lovely producers were coming from this village and presented, and then they brought, of course, some specialty which we definitely must try. So this was always the moments of beauty of meeting people and open-minded people and proud people of what they did. So this is always these fantastic moments what we had. And also the good moment what I had for me, there was a producer of sheep cheese, goat cheese. And my little son, we always told him the goat is coming when he was not behaving very nice. So goats and he was not really comfortable and were not fitting. And so Bostjan said, we visit the guy. He was an investment banker, and he said, no, not anymore. And I said, no, I don't like goat cheese, but nevertheless, let's go there. So there were roughly 180 goats, which for my boy was a nice surprise. But we were sitting in the middle of the goats. We visited his factory, his little shop producing. It was so fantastic. The cheese was so extremely good. Since this time, I'm a fan of goat cheese, and I will never forget this experience, this exchanging under a beautiful tree on a wooden table with all the good stories, with all the good products, and they are proud of their products, and that's always the good point.
Yeah.
For me,
okay. Yes, go, Bostjan, go.
For me, I can say, I'm also a frequent traveler around the globe, and honestly, when there were hard times coming, you somehow start to think if there's maybe any other country giving you more opportunities than your own country. But more the world I see, more I'm happy that I live where I live. I mean, I can only tell you that every morning, I do a short walk with my dog, and basically I'm in the middle of the forest, and then 10 minutes later, when I start driving, I'm basically in downtown in my office. So the quality of life, I can say it's extremely well here. Whenever people are coming from around the world, I think this is the first message they're taking back home, that we are really happy that we can live in such a nature, such a, I would say, tranquility, having such I would say, ingredients on the plate, and at the same time we don't spend hours and hours and hours on commuting, and which gives us, of course, more time for the socializing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm from the seaside, so my life is very nice here on the seaside of Slovenia, and we are living in a small village, and it's always nice because the small villages are like out of space, but at the end, in 10 or 15 minutes or half an hour, you are in the city and you can do whatever you want. So this kind of life, it's really nice. But I would like to mention one special event that it was with one of our very important partners, of course. It was last year. We had, unfortunately, they had a rainy day, which doesn't happen so frequently in Slovenia, but they did it. And because we have more than 300 days per year, like sunny days, but we had to go from Ljubljana to Bled, to the Alpine part, and it was really raining. In Ljubljana it was like raining a lot. So but when we came on Bled, we just went up on the hill to the Bled castle, and it just stops raining, and the big rainbow was like it was on the whole Alpine part. So it was really, they were like all amazing how you planned that. Because at the same moment when we came up, it was just stopped raining and the rainbow came, and it was really an amazing moment, and they were really satisfied at that with the beautiful view. So not just on the Bled Lake, which is really amazing, but of course even with this beautiful rainbow above. So yeah, Slovenia can surprise you with it's nice with the natural things. So that happens a lot. So yeah.
No, thank you very much. So we are coming to an end. So thank you, Bostjan, Fredi, Mario, for sharing why Slovenia is a great destination to do any incentive. To our listeners, if you're ready to plan something unforgettable in the heart of Europe, visit our website, please, libertyin.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share what we'll see next time on Mice Talk with Liberty. Thank you, guys. I wish you a wonderful day and weekend. It was a big pleasure talking to you, and yeah, thank you very much.